EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martin here with your outlook for October 8th, 2020. For your Thursday, we're going to have a trough settling over our region today. This is going to be a very short-lived trough, though, just sitting over an area kind of like this. And that's going to be enough to keep us a little bit cooler today, with temperatures that are going to be generally on either side of 65 degrees, a little bit less further north, a little slightly higher than that farther southeast. And then we'll have an increase in temperatures on Friday. Both days are mostly sunny, though. Increase in temperatures by a few degrees as this trough starts to lift out in this direction here on Friday. If you look off to our south and west here, just getting to the picture here is Hurricane Delta, which is now in the central Gulf of Mexico. It did weaken a little bit as it went over the Yucatan Peninsula and encountered some easterly shear. At the same time, there was an eye wall replacement cycle going on last night. So the combination of those three kind of weakened it a little bit, especially once it interacted with land. And it takes a little bit of time to recover once it gets off of the land surfaces here, which is the Yucatan Peninsula right here. Once it did, in fact, emerge, it is starting to get better organized once again. And the latest National Hurricane Center advisory has us now increasing in wind speed and lowering the pressure, as, of course, it went off like this, and it is now up in this direction. It's going to continue up in this general direction here over the next 24 to 36 hours, and we're expecting this to make landfall on the southwestern Louisiana coastline, and a very similar area to where Laura hit in late August, with around the 27th, 28th time frame, sure 26th or 27th, somewhere around there, when Hurricane Laura made landfall in Cameron, Louisiana. Very similar landfall point, very close to what Laura did is what we're projecting currently. What the National Hurricane Center is showing. So we go into a wide view of what we're looking at this morning at 8 a.m. and you see this hurricane getting better organized. It is expected to re-intensify. It's only a Category 1 now. It dropped to 90 miles per hour. It was down to 85. It was once a Category 4 sitting out here, and then it started weakening a little bit last night and went down a little bit right before landfall. They had some 100-mile-per-hour wind gusts along the coast of the resorts. It did not get hit as hard as it could have, as it looked. It was out here in Category 4. It is still rather compact, but it does have a little bit bigger of an eye and a little bit wider of a wind field than it once had. So that's going to continue to be the case over the next 24 to 36 hours until landfall. I think it's going to spread out its wind field a little bit and get a little bit larger in size. You might even see an eye pop here on this thing on visible satellite. We really haven't seen that thus far. But this should get up to major hurricane status again today, and then all the way up into maybe Friday morning. Then once it reaches the cooler waters near the continental shelf here on approach to Louisiana, it might weaken a little bit, but still maintain strong hurricane status before it makes landfall in southwestern Louisiana. We're somewhere right in this vicinity right here, and you can see the European model taking this in that same general area, and it's going to curve off to the north and east from there. Now, we're going to be worried about what it's going to do for our area, and the National Hurricane Center graphic does take it up here. Again, the M here indicates major hurricane. H is just a Category 1 or 2 hurricane. So we do expect to be Category 2 here, and at least a Category 3 up here in the central Gulf of Mexico, and then right at landfall, where it might go down to Category 2 again, right before landfall, and then, of course, it decreases in speed as it moves northeast. But look where the trajectory of this is. It's going, if you kind of take this and extrapolate this a little bit, I'm not trying to do a black Sharpie thing here, but just trying to give you an idea of where this is going. It's heading right in our general direction down the line, and the models are really converging on that idea now that we will have remnant rainfall from this. Now, how much is still in question. It doesn't look like it's going to be moving incredibly slow or have an enormous amount of rain with it, like we've seen with several systems that were tropical storms along the coast that we had, Isaias and Faye, that dropped a considerable amount of rain. I don't think we're dealing with that much rain with this one, but there could be some decent amounts of rain that would be alleviating an otherwise dry pattern. So we've been in a dry pattern for a while, and we're going to have a considerable long stretch here that if this wasn't here, we'd be having another one of these really long stretches again. So this might alleviate that a little bit and give us some rain, and generally looking at about 1 to 2 inch type rainfalls right now, maybe some locally higher amounts, so we'll narrow that down when we get closer to the end of the week. But the whole idea here is once this makes landfall, spreading out to the wide view of the East Coast here, once this makes landfall, makes its way toward our region, we're still partly sunny to partly cloudy here on Saturday, and then Sunday, late Sunday, we have the system coming in here with some showers working into our southern areas here as early as the afternoon hours, maybe late afternoon here, but afternoon nevertheless, and then working its way to the north and east through the course of the evening. And you can see you will have some rain here with this going right into the day on Monday. And then right on its heels will be a cold front coming through. So as this dissipates, I think it's going to be picked up by this cold front coming through. It will give us some showers coming in behind it for later Tuesday and Tuesday night. GFS is pretty much doing the same thing. So again, we're starting to get a convergence a little bit on those models. The models were far apart before, and they couldn't figure out what it was going to do after landfall. We're starting to get some agreement here with what it's going to do. Again, late Sunday, this is what the look is here, and that goes right into Sunday night and Monday with these showers and some heavier rain coming into the picture here for parts of our area here on Monday. So I think Monday is your central point as far as what we're going to expect for the steadiest and potentially heavier rain. But those will come in later on Sunday or Sunday evening, continue through the night, and go pretty much all day Monday, and perhaps part or most of Monday night. And then once we get to Tuesday, we have this cold front coming through. This will be either Tuesday night or Wednesday. European models trying to make this into something a little bit stronger here. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there. There's a lot of things going on here with a remnant system in place. You got an upper level low here. So models are still guessing at this range what it's going to do after this system exits. But right now it looks like most model guidance is trying to get this out of here at some point on Tuesday. Once that front moves through, then we're back to partly cloudy skies by the time we get to Wednesday. Temperatures during this time frame, again, starting off today a little cooler. Start to moderate a little bit on Friday, upper 60s to near 70. Then we get well into the 70s on Saturday, and then we're backing down with that rain in the that system in the vicinity. We could be talking about temperatures back in the 60s, at least while it's raining, and they're back to around 70 or so thereabout by the time we get to next Wednesday. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martins. That is your outlook for October 8th, 2020. Have a great Thursday.